Welcome to the Unicorn Clothing video series. Today we're going to talk about the fabrics that we use because there are a lot of them and it can be confusing, so I hope you're ready. Let's start with the cottons. We most often use cotton gauze, which is like this. Cotton gauze is a loose weave fabric, so it's very lightweight, very breathable. So you can see it sort of has this wrinkled, textured look to it, which makes it great for garb and costuming that usually gets stuffed in bags or wrinkled or put on in a campground or in a hotel room, and you just don't have time to press it and iron it, and you just want something that you can wear and then throw in the wash. Cotton gauze. As far as historical accuracy goes too, cotton gauze was the most common type of fabric for peasants or any classes. Any class would have had access to cotton gauze, especially in the more neutral tones. The first step up from there would be cottons in some interesting colors, especially reds and purples. Comparing cotton gauze, next would be cotton poplin. Cotton poplin is a little bit tighter of a weave, and so it gets a smoother finish. It can be ironed and pressed and made to look a little classier, and so that's why we save our cotton poplins for our fancier men's shirts, such as the minstrel shirt. It's also a little bit warmer than the cotton gauze because of the tighter weave, so while it still breathes nicely because it's a natural material, it is going to be a little bit warmer than the cotton gauze, which is the best hot summertime fabric you can ever wear. So I'll hold them up together so that you can kind of see the difference. The poplin is a smoother finish and the gauze has this wrinkle to it. Next, we're going to move on to our synthetic materials. We'll start with chiffon. This is chiffon. It's a translucent fabric. It's very soft and supple. It drapes really nicely. It's a nice way to take a step up with your costuming wealth status and appearance because it has a little shine to it, and so you can make your outfit look a little more higher class than the common peasant with some chiffon. Because it's lightweight and translucent, it's a nice way to add another splash of color or another layer as well without adding too much weight. Similar to chiffon is the crystalline. Crystalline is a really fun, fluffy fabric. It's a great way to add volume and dimension to any outfit. It's also really great with fairy or fantasy looks or anything that makes you look a little floaty and a little fun. So if I compare the two, you can see that the chiffon drapes a little softer, whereas the crystalline has a little more volume, but they are both translucent, so nice and lightweight choices to add a little splash of fun or a little extra detail to your outfit. We use these in women's blouses and skirts a lot. Next, we have lace. Now, lace has a lot of historical significance. It started being woven and knit by ladies by hand. It's made by machines now. We use a polyester lace because it's so much more easy to care for, but it can also be used silk, cotton, I mean, you name it, you can turn it into lace. You can see it's got these nice floral patterns picked out in the weaving of the fabric, and it's a little translucent and lightweight too, so it's another way to add some fun color to your outfits, but it's also a way to increase the class status of the character you're trying to create. Historically, lace was very expensive because it was all handmade and hard to come by, so having even a bit of lace on the trim or one lace panel in your outfit was a sign of status and that you had a little bit of money and you could afford to waste it on such things as beautiful clothing. Men and women would have worn lace. Men can put lace overlays on their doublets, which is not entirely uncommon, but you know, for the most part, I think women tend to gravitate towards the lace now because it's so often picked out in floral prints. Next, moving up the wealth food chain, so to speak, we've got some satins. Satins would also have been a really high quality and expensive fabric traditionally. Again, we use a poly-satin because of the strength and durability and ease of care and use of this material. But like any satin, the key characteristic is the shine. This satin has a print in it, which is not entirely uncommon, but also not entirely necessary. There are also fabrics that are solid satins, and the key distinguishing feature is the shine. All right, next we have tapestries. Tapestries are what we use to make our bodices out of. It is a thick, heavyweight material with patterns or images picked out on them to make so incorporate some beautiful colors. Tapestries are nice because they're nice and heavyweight and durable, and they make great bodice material. On the inside of our bodices, we use a twill. A twill is another heavyweight, more durable material, but also breathable. And so we use twill on the inside of our bodices or on the plain bodices, and also on men's pants because it is a little more durable than, say, another type of cotton, and so it can get some good last and wear and use out of menswear. And last, we have velvet. Velvet was another extremely expensive fabric traditionally. You can tell fabric by its feel. It's got a thick pile that stands up, so I guess you probably can't see. It's a little bit fuzzy. You can always tell velvet by just touching it, feeling it, enjoying the fuzziness of it. And it just looks very regal and wealthy, and so it's a great way to really, if you want to go for a noblewoman's outfit or a princess or a dame or a duchess or anything that probably didn't have to do a lot of work, velvet is the way to go. So those are our fabrics. That's most of what we use. I hope this helps clear things up, especially when you're ordering online. I know it can be confusing when there's, what fabric do you want? What colors do you want? Well, hopefully at least now you have a better handle of what fabric can do what and what kind of outfit and what kind of look you're going for, and hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching.